Hi there, my favorite people, and welcome back to my channel. This is the Stands for the Sun Tarot channel, and today's reading we are taking a look at what messages your person's higher self has for you. Just a little bit of a warning there. If you've been on this channel for some time, I feel like you're used to the readings not going according to plan, like me going on a lot of different tangents and going off topic, but I promise I'm not doing that on purpose, okay? Like, those are the messages that want to come through. So in this reading, I just wanted to let you know that even though we are going to touch on the actual topic, like on actual messages from your person's higher self, there are a lot of messages, combined messages, you know, from the universe, from your spirit guides, and at times even the messages from your person's higher self may not be exactly what you expected them to be. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to be cryptic as heck, but I just wanted you to be prepared. But anyway, today we have 4 piles. Today we are picking based on cards from the Lovers Oracle deck, which we haven't used in a while. I feel like, I'm pretty sure. For you, pile 1, I have this beautiful image right here. Oops. Okay. Pile 2, you have this card. I really hope that you can see them. Let me just take a look. Yeah, they're pretty visible. Yeah, pile 2, you have this card right here. Pile 3, a lot of green, really beautiful. I much prefer this shade of green. Not that anybody cares, but you know, in comparison to this one. So sorry, pile 1, no shade there. And finally, pile 4, we have this beautiful card here. Okay, so as always, take the time that you need to pick your pile, and once you've done that, you can scroll down into the description box below and find a timestamp for your reading, where I'm going to meet you. Hi there, pile 1, and welcome to your reading, baby. If you've chosen this card right here, then this is going to be a reading all about the messages that your person's, the person that you have on your mind right now, their higher self has for you. So let's see what those are. Obviously, we have the card that you chose here. Let's see what it says. It says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So very encouraging right off the bat. I feel like this person, like, they really care about you. I don't know in what way exactly, but there's this really deep care that they have for you, and they really seem like the sort of person to really be happy when you're happy, really be happy when you are doing well. But let's see what else we have. We have Uranus with Genius. We have Storm Warning. I always like looking back on my readings, the cards are always like, you know, like that. They're never in a row, so I'm going to attempt this time to get them to be straight, okay? But that's going to be hard since I'm not straight myself. Oops. I had to do it, guys. I had to do it. Sorry. We also have Soulmate for you. We have the Butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. We also have New Moon in Leo with Shine. Actually, let's do that, or that. And in terms of tarot, we have the 6 of Swords. We have the 6 of Wands. And we have the Sun. Okay, so yeah, really much of the same that I gave you from the very beginning. Your person's higher self is coming through in this reading to just let you know how proud they are of you. I feel like you have either overcome a lot already, or you're in the process of overcoming a lot of, well, either physical obstacles or, you know, mental blockages that you have yourself. Either way, it is really hard work, and this person is really proud of your progress. I feel like they would also want you to know, this person's higher self, that they really saw a spark in you from the very beginning, like the moment they met you. You might have some Leo in your chart, or some fire. I'm saying especially Leo because we have New Moon in Leo, and the Sun is also the Leo card, but I feel like this can also be extended to just fire signs in general. I think that you may be someone who's very dynamic and very passionate. I feel like you may be someone who is really unafraid to share their projects. Like, you know, those people who just never talk about what they're doing, but because they're always so paranoid about other people, I know, stealing ideas or just talking down to them, and sort of like, you know how some people, me included, I feel like when somebody tells me that my dream is invalid, for some reason I stop believing in it as well. I feel like you're not one of those people. I feel like you're someone who's very confident in your path, in what you know your path to be. And this person, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, Palm One, they admire you. Okay, like they almost look up to you, which may be weird for some of you because, I don't know, for some reason, only take this if it resonates, this person may be older than you, so you wouldn't really expect an older person to look up to someone who is younger than them. But there's just a spark about you. There's something different, there's something unique. And you're that type of unique that really isn't afraid to shine. Because I feel like a lot of the times, because of society, unique people are boxing themselves in because they don't want to stand out. They don't want to be talked about too much. They really just try so hard to fit in, even though at their core they're so different from the people around them, but they try their best to act and speak and do what everybody else is doing or saying or whatnot. I really feel like you're not that sort of person. Maybe you were in the past. Maybe this is part of the mental blockages, mental limitations that we were talking about in the beginning. But definitely I see you now as someone who has their goal in mind very clearly, and they're moving towards it. You're no longer waiting for somebody else to give it to you. You're no longer waiting for, for it to just fall into your lap with you doing nothing. I feel like you're actually going after it. And this person's higher self, because that's why we're here ultimately, they really want you to know that they're very proud of you. In some cases, maybe you're not exactly speaking to this person. Once again, this is a general reading, so only take this if it resonates. Maybe some of you are not in constant contact with this person, and in that case, their higher self would want you to know that that is happening because they know you're busy, they know your mind is preoccupied with something else, and they don't want to interfere with that, because love, it has that quality to it that it can be all consuming. And this person, maybe they don't even realize that they're doing consciously, but their higher self is definitely guiding them towards giving you your space and giving you your time to grow. But ultimately I feel like there is definitely a strong soul tie between the two of you, with all of these messages of you inspiring this person looking up to you. It may even translate into a little bit of mirroring between the two of you. And if you're wondering why I'm not showing my hand so much, it's because this nail right here, it's broken, and I really don't want to show it too much, but I keep forgetting on what hand that is. So if you're not seeing my hands, that's why. But like, back to the to the actual message, right? Yeah, there may be a little bit of mirroring. You may be inspiring this person to actually take more of a driver's seat approach to their own life. Maybe they were somebody, you know how we described with types of unique people, they're the ones who have the power and courage to shine, which we're not judging anybody based on that, like based on the way that you were raised. It can definitely be that you don't feel safe, shining and putting yourself out there. So that's completely, fair. All right. But like I was saying, maybe you're the type of unique person who allows themselves to shine and has always had the courage to do so. And meanwhile, this person can be the sort of unique person that really all their life they wanted to fit in. I feel like I can relate to both of these because my entire childhood and during my teenage years, all I wanted was to fit in. All I wanted was that regular Joe life. And you know, it's kind of like a double-edged sword because finally I got it and I hated it. Okay, so I don't know why I'm telling you this story, but maybe it's relevant to some of you. But like I was saying, like this person's higher self, like, do you know how incredibly hard and impressive it is to impress a person's higher self? Like, not the 3D physical self, but like you are impressing with your actions, with your courage, with your bravery. You're impressing this person's higher self. Okay, and they really feel called to have a change in their life as well, like really move into calmer waters, because that would be the main message of the Six of Swords. We also have like 2 sixes here, which obviously relates to the 6th house of routine. So there may be a change that you are having in your own routine. There's something, you're adding more dynamic elements and this person kind of like wants to follow suit. But I'm definitely seeing this message of victory, of achieving the life that you've always dreamed of. And yeah, this person is very, very impressed by that. Like I said, all around it, I know you came here for feelings and, you know, their thoughts of you and stuff like that. So I'm going to give it to you. This person cares for you deeply. I don't want to use the word love because it is a very strong word to use in a general reading, but they definitely care so much about you. Like I said, they are happy when you are happy. They are happy when you are thriving, you know, and that is so beautiful to have in a person close to you. They are so proud of you. They know that you're going to achieve amazing things. Once again, I feel like they knew that from the beginning. And if you need them, they're going to be there. Okay, they're going to be there if you're having trouble, if you need to talk to somebody. But like I said, this may not be a constant contact that they want to have with you because once again, they don't want to be a distraction from your path. And in addition to that, they may have awakened, you may have awakened in them this desire to follow their own path, what they're passionate about as well. Anything else that I can tell you, Pile 1, you're very special to this person. You're an inspiration and you're just someone so unique. Maybe they've never even met somebody like you, but you're definitely a shining light, a guiding light in this person's life. Like even their higher self considers you yourself someone who is better than them, which obviously this is not a good thing. This is indicative of having self-esteem issues, but at one level or another, it is a little bit, you know, realistic because you have the bravery to put yourself out there. And I don't know what you yourself had to overcome in the process. If you've had to overcome a lot of limiting beliefs, then, you know, everything becomes even more impressive. Ultimately, this person's higher self really wants you to know that they care about you. They value you a lot. They think that you're very special and you're going places. And if you need them, just call. Just call or text, and this person is going to be there, but they're not going to interfere with the process itself. But yeah, they're very proud of you. I feel like that is the main theme of this reading, this person's higher self. And I feel like this person themselves physically, they're very proud of you and they're very happy for you. But with that being said, Pile 1, that has been your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around, and I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye! Hi there, pile 2, and welcome to your reading, baby. If you've chosen this card right here, then this is going to be a reading all about your person's higher self messages for you, what they have to say, what their higher self has to say to you. Let's see what chose to come through today. Obviously, we have the card that you chose here that says freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. We also have Saturn return with age. We have yin yang. We have faith. We have abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. We're going to leave it there for right now. We also have last quarter moon in Aquarius with reflect on your priorities. Right, and in terms of tarot, we have the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and the Devil. Okay. Right off the bat, I'm sensing, and this is your own energy that I think I'm picking up on. Oh my god, like, oh, I hate this. I hate this. Do you see this? Do you see this? I had a match on the table, and it keeps leaving marks. Like, I'm so sorry if it's going to look really, see, yeah, I don't even know where these spots are, and I keep dragging them everywhere. I'm so sorry if it looks really dirty, but I'm not going to stop the filming now. Going back to your reading, right? I think I'm picking up on your energy first and foremost. I feel like that is what this person's higher self actually wants me to focus on. I feel like you're very torn between two paths that you can take. One would be the path of the life that you have already built for yourself, and one would be a path, what is that expression? Path less traveled by, I guess. But the thing with this second path, right, the new path, let's call it the new path, I really feel like this is something that you feel deeply called to, and the thing that is holding you back from going down this path is the fact that you don't feel security from it. You don't think like it's a safe bet. You feel like there are multiple things that can go wrong on this path, and meanwhile on the path that you are right now, you have I really feel like you have a lot of stability in your life. With the Devil being here, I'm really thinking of Capricorn. You may even be someone who is actually thriving in their current career. You may be someone who has really kind of like climbed up the ladder in your place of work and really reached a position that is very comfortable, and it's also making you a lot of money, maybe a position of leadership, with Capricorn being a cardinal sign. But there's also something that is not quite right, that it's not quite fitting. With Saturn return and age, first of all, you may be around your Saturn return, but the main thing that I'm getting with this card is that you feel like something has passed its expiration date. Maybe this new path that is showing up more and more, maybe in your dreams, in your day-to-day life through signs and synchronicities. It's possible that this thing has really been a dream from maybe even from childhood. I don't know. I feel like you've had this dream for a long time, but you feel like too much time has passed. Like it's not, you couldn't possibly pursue this at the age that you have. And I'm not naming any ages here, like even at, for example, I'm 22 and I kind of like feel scared to get a second bachelor's degree, because I think to myself, well, I'm 22, you know, I got into my first bachelor's program at 18 and that's what you're supposed to do. Like how the hell are you going to enter a second bachelor's degree at 22? Like that's just not how you do it. That's not like the next step. A next step would be a master's degree and all of that bullshit, you know, that is fed to you by society. So it really, age ultimately doesn't really matter. Like it doesn't matter if you're 20, it doesn't matter if you're 50, if you're 60. This sort of anxiety over what you're supposed to do at what age follows you around, like at all times. But going back to the messages coming through, you may be wondering, why are we talking about this? Like, weren't we supposed to be talking about my person's higher self's messages towards me? And we are. I feel like this is what they want you to focus on. I feel like the person coming through today, the person's whose higher self I'm channeling here, I feel like they are somebody who really, really cares about you. For some of you, only take this if it resonates. This may even be a spouse, like the spouse that you currently have if you are married, but it's somebody who has been in your life for quite some time and they know you well and they care for you deeply. Like, for example, in pile 1, I felt really reticent to use the word love, but with you, pile 2, I'm really not feeling the same thing. I feel like this is somebody who knows you inside and out. That's why I'm getting this spouse energy. I feel like this could potentially be someone who has lived with you for a long time. Obviously, you know, with the living thing, it can even be a sibling or a friend or a parent or whatever, but I'm definitely getting a deep love from this person towards you, and they really see your potential. Like, over the years, I feel like this person got to know you maybe even better than you have ever known yourself, and their sort of indicative sign of this is the fact that they know you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. They really see you as this emperor. Like, please notice how we have 2 cardinal signs here. Like, we have both Aries with the emperor and the devil. Basically the devil would be Capricorn. So there's definitely something about you that just screams independence and leadership qualities. Like I said, you may have even achieved a leadership position in your company, or conversely, this may be like, this new path may be about this leadership position in your company. Like, maybe you feel very comfortable as a regular employee, but you have been offered this managing post. I don't know. I have no idea how corporations work. And you really don't know what to do because you feel so comfortable where you are. But like I was saying, pile 2, there is a lot of cardinal energy coming through in your reading. Maybe you even have cardinal energy in your chart, which would be Aries, Capricorn, Cancer. What am I missing? Libra, right? So I'm definitely sensing that there's more. The universe wants to offer you more because they know you're ready for it. This person knows you're ready for it. You're sort of like the only person who doesn't know that or is too afraid to accept that. I feel like you may be someone who, once again, this message of safety and security, like things that are for sure, like, you know, this is going to go like this. You know, maybe that's why you enjoy a 9-to-5. Maybe you're one of the people who enjoy the structure and the repetitive nature of a 9-to-5, but you really have skills for something more than that. And this can bring you a lot of abundance. Obviously, a more demanding job, a leadership position, it definitely will be more demanding. And in some cases, you know, the company, like, obviously in the world that we live in, they may demand more hours from you, more energy, more effort from you. But I really feel like this is just something that a step that you're being guided to take. You know, like, this is a step for you that you're being guided to take. You know how I referenced in the beginning the steps that society makes us believe that we have to take? This is something that is, I feel like, established. It was established from the moment you came on earth as something that you had to take. Obviously that doesn't have to force you into doing anything. You always have free will. But I feel like even this person's higher self is coming through in this reading. Maybe you even wanted to distract yourself with this reading, with, you know, a love reading. You were like, oh, I'm not going to hear about this particular thing if I'm watching a love reading. And, you know, surprise, yeah, even this person's higher self is coming through to kind of let you know that, no, this is it. You know, this is it. I know you can do it. I know you have everything it takes to make this work. And I don't want you to limit yourself. I don't want you to look back on your life, like, you know, years later and think, why didn't I take this opportunity? Like, I could have been so good at it, because this person really sees your potential. Like I said, they really give me vibes of somebody who knows you inside and out. Maybe you'll even be surprised, like maybe this was an ex-partner that is coming through that you can like stay friends with, but definitely someone who knows you really, really well, like the type of well that you would know someone by living with them. I keep getting that message, but once again, only take that if it resonates. For some of you, you know, maybe it is just a friend, just a family member, but yeah, that is what I'm seeing with that. Is there anything else that I can tell you? Ultimately, Paul, to this person obviously is not going to force you to do anything. The universe is not going to force you to do anything. I feel like slowing down a bit because I feel like I was very aggressive in the beginning because that's how the messages came in. But to sum everything up, this person really cares about you, and they know that you would shine in whatever new position you may enter. Okay, and they really know that there was always something about you that kind of like screamed leadership. And you know how I was talking about you maybe preferring this safety and stability? Like, it's always those people who really know how to put together a schedule, who really know how to impart tasks to other people, like put everything together in order to have the best possible outcome. And like, tell me if that's not a hell of a leadership skill right there. And you care, you know, like I really get a very caring nature from you. What more would you like in someone who is assigning tasks? That was the word. I'm so sorry for imparting. I don't know where that came from. What more do you want from someone who is assigning tasks than someone who is understanding, who cares about the human component of things, who doesn't just care about the numbers and the statistics? Obviously, at the end of the day, you have free will. Obviously, nobody is forcing you to do anything, but I feel like even this person's higher self like really wanted you to see, even in this reading, which was supposed to be a love reading, the fact that you can do this. You totally have the skills to pull this. But with that being said, pile 2, I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. It was, you know, it was not what I expected, but I feel like those are the best readings always. If you enjoyed, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around, and I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye! Hi there, pile 3, and welcome to your reading, baby. If you've chosen this card right here, then this is going to be a reading all about your person's higher self's messages towards you. Let's see what chose to come through today. Obviously, we have the card that you chose that says, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. Okay. We have Moon with Soul. I'm so sorry. We have Victory, number 28. We have Mysticism. We have Kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. We also have first quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. Okay, and in terms of tarot, we have the Five of Wands, the Justice card, and the Two of Cups. All right. This is yet another interesting reading. For context, pile two's reading was very much hijacked. Like the person's higher self really just wanted to talk about pile two and be like, look, I know you're very torn between these two decisions, but I really feel like you got it. It was sort of an encouragement reading. It was not very much a love reading. And with your reading as well, I feel like it's a lot about hyping you up, but in a self-deprecating manner. There is a card in this one deck. It's called the Hidden Truth Oracle. Maybe you've seen it around YouTube, or maybe even on my channel. But there's this card that says, we both know I'm not the one for you. Okay, and I really feel like that is your person's energy in general. And in this reading, they definitely choose to put you on a pedestal. Okay, it doesn't really necessarily have to do with the material side of things. Like this can be a very abundant person materially, but in terms of emotional capabilities, in terms of courage and strength of will, this person definitely sees you as far, far above them. And they're almost using this as a sort of excuse. Like, yeah, I'm not strong enough mentally or emotionally in order to really fight for this connection. Like, I'm just a weak individual. Like, I just don't have the capacity to do that. Like, you just have to accept that you're better than me. Like this sort of self-deprecating talk that really puts them in this victim mode, in this victim position. And that's what we're talking about here as well. Like we have on one hand, unconditionally loving, and they're like, I will always love you, or always have feelings for you, deep care, deep affection for you. But at the same time, we both know you're better than me. Like we both know you're stronger than me, you're more courageous than me. Because, ultimately it does take a lot of courage to pursue romantic relationship, because a lot of things can go wrong. And I know for some people that is too much to take. Like they really need the safety of something that will work out for sure. And when like the smallest insecurity creeps in, they're like, okay, bye. That sort of energy. This person really just also doesn't want to take accountability for the fact that they're not doing enough in this connection. Like once again, they're just blaming it. Oh, I wasn't raised like you. I didn't have parents maybe who were as supportive, or I didn't have access to a lot of media that you had. Because at least for me, like definitely let me know if anybody else relates. But I feel like a lot of my emotional skills, I guess, were basically developed by the TV show Doctor Who. Like Doctor Who is the one who developed my empathy for people, and it really helped me be able to see things from multiple perspectives. And nowadays I'm really more objective than anything. I try to not be subjective that often. So that's what I meant with like pieces of media, because I definitely didn't have parents who were that talkative about that, because obviously this is a subject that you're not taught how to approach with your child. But definitely with this person, they find excuses, that they find a lot of excuses, and they may try to embellish you, telling you, but like, oh, look how many things you've got going for you. Like, look how you go after this particular passion of yours, like with so much courage and determination and ambition, and I don't have that. And you're also very intuitive, I'm guessing, with mysticism here, with moon, with soul. We also have Cancer here, which is once again connected to the moon and the intuition. So they're really finding all of these excuses for themselves, and also like they're masking everything to kind of like make you not focus on the excuses. They're masking everything underneath, you know, how great you are, how strong you are, how much better you are than them. And part of the, I don't want to call it a problem, because for most people it wouldn't be a problem, but in this connection it is. Part of the problem is that they can feel that there's something stronger to this connection than they've had in the past. Maybe you're very much confused by the fact that they find all of these excuses with you, but they are so, you know, free. Like they were so free in the past with entering relationships with other people. That's going to be only for some of you. It doesn't have to apply to everybody. This is once again a general reading. Only take it if it resonates. But like once again, the problem in this particular connection that you have with this person is the fact that they can feel the strong pull towards you. They can feel that there's something stronger here than your regular relationship. Like the connection itself is stronger. We obviously have the Two of Cups here, which is indicative usually of a soulmate connection. Either way, there's definitely a soul tie between the two of you, and you know what happens with soul ties. You kind of like feel the pull to change and transform as well. Like you're being triggered left, right, and center, and you know this person is really showing you your shortcomings, and it's not always nice, it's not always easy, and in this person's own words, they are too weak to pursue something with you. Definitely there's also this milder energy. You know, in some capacity, they also don't want to pursue anything because they sense that they are very flighty, and they sense that they can really hurt you. If they really enter something more serious. But for the most part, like this is just a small part of what is going on here. I really feel like this person is not as empathic towards your situation as they make it believe. They are trying to make you believe. Maybe for a lot of you even notice this person absolutely thriving in their life, and like, or at least acting like they're thriving, and you're really hurt by that because on the sides you're really just thinking and overthinking this connection and what you did wrong, which I want you to know, both three, you did nothing wrong. Okay, and this is me talking. It's not them. I feel like they don't really have the self-awareness for that. This person really gives me like immature vibes, and here immature, like take that to mean that this is someone who will not even really acknowledge that there are issues that they need to resolve. Like they're going to say like, yeah, I'm too weak, I don't have the strength of will, the strength of character to pursue anything, but they don't really see those as issues. And until we see our shortcomings as things that they need to be resolved, we can't really begin to resolve them and better ourselves. But like I was saying in the beginning, just a little bit earlier, rewind. It's really like you did nothing wrong. You did absolutely nothing wrong. And you know what? This person is right. This person is absolutely right. Like you're one strong motherfucker. Okay, like you have strength of character, you have strength of will, you have determination, and you have ambition, and your intuition is on point. You're very empathic. You're very giving. You're very kind. Okay, like this person, whatever they're telling you face to face, or what I just named in this reading as their, you know, excuses for, you know, we both know I'm not the one for you, those are very much true. Okay, and if this person is not ready to commit, if this person isn't willing to try, if this person just brings excuse after excuse after excuse, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. You are going to find somebody who matches your energy, someone who is evolved, somebody who is healed, or at least is working on their healing, because sometimes trying is just as important as actually doing, and you're going to thrive alongside them. Like, why would you want to carry someone on your back? Because that's what you would be doing with this person. Even if you get them to commit, like, I really want you to think in the future at the reality of how your life is going to be. You're going to have to pull this person, carry them at times, carry the relationship. And you don't want that. Believe me, you don't want that. And it may be hard depending on how attached you are to this person and to your willingness, depending on your willingness to let go of this connection. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to let go even of the dreams that you've had of this connection, because sometimes those hurt like the most hurt that you can cause to yourself is sometimes just fantasizing about what could be. Because in those fantasies, you're not imagining this person, okay? You're imagining a perfect version of themselves that they are not. You're seeing the potential of this person, which you have no way of knowing if they're going to realize that at any point in your life. And that is going to hurt the most, letting go of those fantasies, not of the reality of this person. Because the reality of this person is exactly what they're telling you in the moment. Like, I've watched this TikTok, which was saying, like, basically this guy was telling the girl that I can't have a relationship with you. And obviously we tend to like read between the lines, and we kind of like add now. Like, I can't have a relationship with you now. Like, I'm not developed enough now. And the TikTok was basically saying, stop reading between the lines and read the actual line. Like, take what this person is telling you for gospel. Okay, it doesn't matter what the future brings. If this person tells you right now, I can't have a relationship with you, then you take that for gospel. You take that for truth. You're not wondering what could be in future years, in future months, days. You're taking that right now. If that person is telling you that now, you're going to assume that is the truth. Doesn't matter if it is, if it's not, you're going to have to run with that, because these sort of situations are exhausting, okay? And most of the times, I'm so sorry, they're not worth it, okay? They're not worth it. So put yourself first. Either focus on yourself or focus on finding somebody who is worthy of you. I feel like this was more of a pep talk. Like, honestly, this reading in general is being hijacked by spirit with messages for you, and kind of like guiding messages. But yeah, I feel like we did touch on this person's higher selves. Honestly, you know what? That could have been their higher self. That could have been their higher self, because their higher self obviously would be more aware of what is going on, and they really wouldn't want you to waste your time. So I feel like we were pretty much on point. I'm happy now. Anyway, pile 3. That was so silly at the end. I'm so sorry. But like, that was your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around, and I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye! Hi there, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading, baby. If you've chosen this card right here, then this is going to be a reading all about your person's higher self's messages towards you. So let's see what chose to come through for you today. Obviously, we have the card that you chose that says, boom, Twin Flames, your passion ignites. Now, Twin Flame, strong term, but I would argue that there is at least a soulmate connection going on here. Either way, a strong type of soul tie between the two of you. Let's see what else we have. We have Capricorn with I use, number 22. We have Rest and Rejuvenation, number 19. We have perseverance. We have full moon and Sagittarius, see the bigger picture. We have keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, and one night stand. Okay, we have this here, and you also got 2 cards. Here we have mirror, mirroring each other's self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, and introspection. And in terms of tarot, we have the World. We have the Black Newman, which would stand in this deck for the sort of destruction of the known world around us. And look at that, death. So more, I feel like with your tarot especially, there's this message of ending, but like ending through absolute destruction of what used to be. So this may either translate through the connection being over altogether for good, and only take this if it resonates, if you're feeling like that is the message coming through, or it's the ending of the connection as you saw it before. It is the ending of what you thought this connection was going to be. But with that being said, let's actually get into the topic of this reading. I'm really sensing, like, once again, I said I was going to get into the topic of the reading, but I really feel like I need to give more context to what I'm seeing here. And I'm seeing that for most of you, this is going to be a complete no contact, or if there is contact, it's very much like far between. Maybe a few text messages now and then. Maybe you meet on the street at some point and you have like a 5-minute conversation, that sort of thing. I really don't see a lot going on in the physical. Now, I am seeing a lot of actual work. Once again, you decide, but I'm seeing a lot of potential work for the connection in general. Okay. Once again, only take this if it resonates. Okay, let me try to explain this. I'm seeing that both of you are focused on your own development and growth. With Capricorn being here, this can definitely be tied to career, or it can be tied to the 10th house in general, which also relates to social status, which really leads me to believe that both of you are really working on finding out what really is your place in the world at large, and not really focusing on this connection or even on love in general. You're doing a lot of soul searching. You're doing a lot of establishing of yourself in maybe different circles. Maybe you're even trying out for different jobs, things that maybe you didn't go for in the past. There's definitely this energy of growth for both of you. Once again, because remember, we have twin flames, which, like I said, not necessarily twin flames, but definitely there's a soul connection here. And in soul connections, usually what do we have? We have mirroring. We literally have the card itself as well. So I feel like there's a lot of mirroring going on between the two of you in this aspect, like really putting the focus on yourself, putting the spotlight on yourself. Like you are the most important individual in your life at this point. Okay, you're really focusing on seeing the bigger picture, both of you. Like, where do I fit in? Where do I fit into this world? What is my purpose? What is my divine plan? What am I doing with my life? Why am I here? You know, a lot of existential questions. And with rest and rejuvenation being here, I'm definitely sensing that this relates more to the connection itself that you have with one another, because like I said, there is a lot going on in your physical physical, material world. Capricorn can be interpreted as a hustle card. If you've been on this channel for some time, you know I hate hustling. Like, just take your time, do everything at your own pace. But obviously that's not always an option. Like, I'm definitely guilty of hustling for no damn reason. Like, literally just because that is how I was raised. That's what I learned that I have to do from society, and it's really hard to unlearn those things. But yeah, like I was saying, rest and rejuvenation, I really feel like this is relating more to the connection itself, and that's why I'm saying that I really don't feel like there is a lot of contact in this connection. Maybe this was even established, like you talked to one another and you were like, let's take a break. Maybe both of you agreed to this. Maybe it was just one person, but there's definitely the energy of an ending here. Now, once again, I'm going to repeat myself because you always have free will. I don't want you to think that you came to this reading and I'm going to tell you, oh, you're meant to be with this person. No, this can be like two types of endings. Either of the connection in general, like you took everything that you could learn from one another and you were like, peace out, thank you for the lesson, going, okay, which is completely fair. Just because you have a soul tie to somebody, just because even if you're twin flames, doesn't mean you have to be together. You just believed you took everything that you could take from this person. In some cases, you know, they may have betrayed your trust, or just something isn't working and you know it's not going to be resolved, and you were like, leaving, bye, thank you. Or this can be an ending for right now, an ending of how the connection was in the past. And with all of this growth energy here, all of this work to develop yourself, it can definitely be indicative of the fact, I can't speak, I'm sorry. I've been speaking for like an hour at this point, so you'll excuse me. What was I saying? Yeah, with all of this energy of self-growth here, it can be indicative of the fact that you may come back together at a time where both of you are more ready for this relationship. You are just better individuals, okay? Worked on your shortcomings, you worked on certain wounds from your childhood, maybe even healed your inner child. This can look as, you know, the sort of step before ultimate union, but not necessarily. Obviously, if you just don't want to have anything else to do with this person, that is completely fine. Okay, that is completely fine. But you will be wondering, why the hell are we talking about this when this was supposed to be like their higher self's messages for me? Like, I've been wondering that for the entire reading, honestly, like for all groups. I'm just like, yeah, sorry, like, mate, can you like tell me actually what you want me to tell pile XYZ? It wasn't that easy. It wasn't that easy in any of the piles, and as you can see, you are no different. But I really feel like this person's higher self would want you to know that they really hope you're doing better. They're trying to do better as well, be better, and that there was a genuine connection there. And sometimes, once again, only take this if it resonates. I've said don't take a shot every single time I say that, because I bet you're already drunk. But anyway, sometimes connections are not meant to last, or they're meant to enter a separation phase, as we all know. Whichever message you resonate with, this person's higher self would want you to know that they believe everything happened in divine timing. You were following, both of you, this connection was following a very much set timeline. Everything that happened between the two of you was supposed to happen exactly when it happened. And they continue to trust in divine guidance, in divine timing, and whatever is meant to happen in this connection, they are open to it. They don't regret this connection in any way, shape, or form, but they do want you to know that this ending, whatever sort of ending, it was meant to happen. Like, it was absolutely meant to happen. They wouldn't take it back. And I'm so sorry if you're watching this wanting to hear something else, that, you know, that you're supposed to come back together, like right now, like right about now, like the ending wasn't supposed to happen, because that's not what is coming through. Like I said, everything in this connection feels very much guided, and this ending, this break from one another was supposed to happen. The energy, I really feel like the energy building up towards this one moment of this separation, once again, a definite separation, or just for the time, it was supposed to happen. And you were both supposed to learn from it, to heal from it, and to spend time alone, to even explore other options. Okay, maybe this was something, maybe both of you are young, for example, and you really had to explore more options before you came together, because I'm really not, listen, it's not romantic, you know, when you marry your high school sweetheart. Like, it's not romantic. Like, you've only been with one person your entire life. Like, how do you know they are the best person for you if you've never been with anybody else? It's just like, yeah, deep knowing, whatever. It's like this deep love. I just knew the moment I saw him or her or them. It's just, I don't believe in that. If you do, I'm so sorry for that statement, but it's just, I don't believe in that. I feel like all of us are meant to experience many different partners in order to realize exactly what we want, because every single relationship teaches us in a lot of ways, like different, it shows us different sides of ourselves, how we act in different sort of situations with different partners. I hope that made sense. But yeah, for some of you, that may have been something that was supposed to happen in this relationship, for you to explore other options. There may have been karmic contracts with other people that needed to be explored before coming together with this person, or, you know, it was just, that was it. You know, that was it, because this card also says one night stand, and this may have not been a one night stand, but it could have been a one-time thing, you know, a one-time relationship. You've only had it in that period of time. Once again, you don't have to take that message. If you really feel like this is supposed to come back into union, if you really feel like you still trust this person, you still love this person for who they are, okay, like very important, not for who you might imagine they are, then definitely, like, don't listen to that message. But I know there are some of you who watch this and they're like, yeah, that was it. And you know what? I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the lesson. It did me a lot of good. Okay, and I really feel like both of you learned a lot from this experience, and it really triggered, like, it triggered actual change, because I can definitely see a lot of change here, a lot of moving in the right direction, like perseverance. I absolutely love this card so much. It just, both of you give me this good feeling, this good vibe of both of you doing well. Like, maybe you're even like just at the beginning of a road to abundance and success in your life, but I really feel like you're doing good. Even if you're struggling at this current moment, you're doing good in the sense that you're going down the right path. And I'm really happy for the both of you. And also, this person's higher self, I feel like they're also proud of you. They do have a lot of pride and affection and care for you. A little bit of this message came through in Pile 1 as well. Of deep care and affection and pride. And I really feel like even if this connection doesn't come back into romantic union, I can definitely see the two of you, and this is also coming through this person's higher self, like sitting at a table in a couple of months or years and just discussing your lives and being like, yeah, you know what, that relationship, that was very transformative, and I thank you for that. Maybe if you did wrong, you or the other person, you're going to apologize to each other, but definitely this connection was fated. This connection was supposed to go exactly the way that it did. Okay? And I know we have this thing where we regret wasted time, and I understand why at the end, like at the very end, it may have seemed as wasted time on this person, on one another, whatever. But in the long term, I promise you, you're going to see just how important this was, and just how important it was that this happened in each of your lives. But with that being said, Pile 4, a lot of tangents. Like I told you, like this reading was completely, like not completely, but it was like 70% off topic and like 30% we were on actual topic. And this was in all of the groups. Like maybe Pile 1 was a little bit more there. Maybe they had the 70% on topic and 30% off topic, but like you, Pile 2 and Pile 3, it's just like, whatever, we're going to do whatever we want. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around, and I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye!